اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يكن له ولي من الذل وكبره تكبيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على الرسول النبي الأمي الذي أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه سراجا منيرا، سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين الغر الميامين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Please recite aloud الصلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
May Allah accept from us for those who are fasting in this blessed month of Shahr al-Sha'ban that has passed us, this month of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ali, this blessed month, the whole series Rajab, Sha'ban and Ramadan. We spoke about this as special months, and you've heard this hadith often saying that Rajab is the month of Imam Ali, Sha'ban is the month of Rasulullah, and the month of Ramadan is the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you will also find a hadith. Somebody asked me, Molana, I've read a hadith where it says Rajab is the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how do we have it? A month can belong to Allah and Imam Ali at the same time. या तो ये हदीस ठीक नहीं है या वो हदीस ठीक नहीं है, टकराव हो रहा है ना हदीस में. एक हदीस कह रही है कि अल्लाह का महीना है, एक हदीस कह रही है कि इमाम अली का महीना है. ये मसला रह जाता अगर 13 रजब को हम खाने काबा ना देखते. घर अल्लाह का है लेकिन जब खुला अली के लिए खुला. जिस तरह से अल्लाह का घर अली के लिए है, उस तरह से अल्लाह का महीना अली के लिए और तैयारी है. And this is why the reason I chose this ayah. Obviously, when you come to majalis or mahafil or programs in the month of Ramadan, this is the ayah people recite. And I've talked about it last night as well in a gathering here, but I'd like to mention it again. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O those of you who believe, kutiba alaykum as-siyam, it has been written for you as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum, like it was written for people before you, la'allakum, so that you may tattaqun, be God wary, have taqwa. Yes? Ayat ke andar fasting, is it wajib for all Muslims? Yes? Is it wajib for all Muslims? Is it fasted? Is it only wajib for the men and not the women, or is it wajib for men and women? सबके लिए. तो अल्लाह ये क्यों नहीं कह रहा या अय्युहल्लज़ीना अस्लमू, O those who are of Islam, it is wajib for you to fast. Allah says ya ayyuhallazina amanu. Why? Because the nisbah of fasting has something to do with Amirul Mu'mineen, the Imam of Iman. And this is not khitaba. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam,
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
in Tafsir Ayashi, this is mentioned, Tafsir Nur al-Thaqalain, this is mentioned. Imam says, as-sawmu, fasting, hiya lil-mu'minina khassatan. Allah ने रोज़ा बनाया ही मोमिनों के लिए है, अली के मानने वालों के लिए.
Subhanallah.
Allah has given the gift of Sawm only for the mu'mineen, the believers in the wilayah of Ali ibn Abi Talib. And there's a deep connection of fasting and Iman and Khush. Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Please recite aloud salam. Some may ask, Molana, if it is wajib for all the Muslims, why is it not Ya ayyuhalladhina aslamu? जो मुसलमान हैं सब पर वाजिब है. Allah says Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. So somebody comes and asks, and again I will read through the ahadith so that our ears get used to the words of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. He says, عن حفظ بن غياث النخعي قال سمعت إمام الصادق يقول, I've heard Imam Sadiq says, إن شهر رمضان, and again keep the connections in mind. The month of Ramadan, taqwa will come to the Quran as well. Imam Ali, the wilayah of Imam Ali. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, it is only for those who have Iman. Allah does not say al-Islam. Why? He says, Sami'atu Aba Abdullah, I heard the sixth Imam say, Inna shahra Ramadan lam yafrad Allahu siyamahu ala ahadim min al-umami qablana. The month of Ramadan, or fasting in the month of Ramadan, was not fard, was not wajib on any of the ummahs before the ummah of Rasulullah. So the man asks, he says, Imam Sadiq, you say something interesting. The ayah says, Kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. The Quran announces and the Quran says, fasting is wajib for you like fasting was wajib for the people before you. Imam Sadiq says, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. Fasting in Shahr Ramadan was not wajib for the ummah. It was wajib for every Nabi to fast in the month of Ramadan. Nabiyon pe farz tha wo jo Ali ki shiyon pe farz hai. आप समझ नहीं रहे, मैं चाह रहा हूँ इस बात को महसूस करें. जो अल्लाह ने नबियों के लिए रखा है फ़र्ज़, वो अली के शियों के लिए फ़र्ज़ रखा है, क्योंकि उस महराज को सिर्फ वही तय कर सकता है कि जिसको अली पकड़ के साथ लेके जाना चाहिए. So the Prophet Imam Sadiq says, Inna shahr Ramadan lam yafrid Allahu siyamahu ala ahad min al-umam. The month, fasting in the month of Ramadan was not for the ummahs before us. فَقُلْتُ لَهُ, the Quran says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ قال إنما فرض الله صيام شهر رمضان على الأنبياء دون الأمم. It was wajib for the Anbiya to fast in the month of Ramadan. دون الأمم, not for the Ummahs, not for the Ummah. فَفَضَّلَ بِهِ هَذِهِ الْأُمَّةِ. And Allah has made it a fadl, a karama for this Ummah. अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया कि उम्मत किसको कहते हैं, तो वापस पहली हदीस पे जाएं. सिर्फ अली के चाहने वाले उम्मत हैं, मैं नहीं कह रहा. दून الأمم ففضل بهذه الأمة جعل صيامه فرضا على رسول الله وعلى أمته وهذا خاصة لشيعته. Please recite aloud salawat. The philosophy of fasting is maintained in this hadith, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. O people who believe, O Ahl Iman, O the people of faith, O who have the love of Allah, the love of Rasulullah, and the love of Al Rasul, O you people, fast, sumu, fast in this month, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that your taqwa may be increased. So that your taqwa may be increased. Now my question is, and I asked this question last night as well, why only in this month is it important for my taqwa to increase and not in the rest of the 11 months? May पूछ सकते हैं ना? Why not Sha'ban? Why not Rajab? Why not Dhul Hijjah? Why this specific month? Why this month specifically? Allah insists that I fast so that I become muttaqi. Why this month? For this you'll have to go back to another ayah that talks about Quran. شهر رمضان الذي ينزل فيه القرآن. شهر Ramadan is the month that Allah has revealed in that month the Quran. So now you're thinking, Allah said to fast the month of Ramadan so that you become muttaqi. This is the same month Allah announces, and Allah says what? This is also the month Allah has revealed within it the Quran. There's a connection between taqwa, there's a connection between Ramadan, and there's a connection between Al-Quran. Okay. So now where do we go? We go to the Quran, we open the Quran after Al-Fatiha. Fatiha to dua, introduction. You come to the matan. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alif Lam Mim. Dhalikal Kitabu La Rayba Fihi Hudan Lil. कुरान सबके लिए किताब है. मैं आपसे सवाल पूछूं, if I was to ask somebody, कुरान सबके लिए किताब है, हिदायत है. कुरान कह रहे कि नहीं, खास है. It's a select few. Hudan lil muttaqin. This book, anytime you open a book, the preface in front of you tells you what the book is about. You open the Quran and the Quran says you dhalikal kitabu la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin. अब समझ में आया कि अली का कुरान से रमज़ान से क्या ताल्लुक़ है. Somebody asked Rasulullah, man humul muttaqin? Who are the muttaqin? Rasulullah says, huwa imamul muttaqin. Please say aloud salawat Muhammad wa ala. So you understand why Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Taqwa is only for the mu'min. The mu'min is only one who has accepted Allah, through Rasulullah, the Allah of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. And I repeat this many, many times. Time is short, otherwise I would have read the whole khutbah of Rasulullah in Sha'ban. The last few days, 25th or the 26th of Sha'ban, Rasulullah welcomes the month of Ramadan, and he talks about the barakah of this month and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given in this month. And he talks about, inshallah, please recite the salawat and I'll come to that, inshallah. I'll come to that in the end, the connection of this month with Imam Ali that Rasulullah established. But read this hadith that we understand also the benefits of fasting. جَاءَ نَفَرٌ مِّنَ الْيَهُودِ إِلَى رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. It is easy for me to just read the translation, but I intentionally read the Arabic words because I believe that there is shifa even in the words used by the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam. That is why I insist. It might take a little more time, lekin please bear with me because it is a strong belief. उनके दहान मुबारक से जो कुछ निकला वो शिफा है. तो जिस लफ्ज़ को जहाँ तरह से इमाम ने इस्तेमाल किया, मैं चाह रहा हूँ वो लफ्ज़ आपके कान तक पहुँचे. तर्जुमा तो मैं और आप करते हैं ना उसका. جاء نفر من اليهود إلى رسول الله. A man from the Yahud came to Rasulullah. فسأله أعلمهم. The most educated of them asked عن مسائل فكان في مسائله. He asked the Prophet, the Yahudi asked the Prophet many questions. One of those questions فيما سأله أنه قال له لأي شيء فرض الله عز وجل الصوم على أمتك. why, for what reason has Allah made fard, wajib, fasting on the people of your ummah? Bin nahari 30 yawma, 30 days of the fast that you do. Why is it fard? وَفَرَضَ اللَّهُ عَلَى الْأُمَمِ أَكْثَرُ مِنْ ذَلِكَ فَقَالَ النَّبِي, one of the reasons Rasulullah gave, and again, I don't have the time to explain all of this, but let this to settle in you. Sometimes you will hear the hadith, it might not, the understanding might not come right away, but if you let it simmer, when they decide, जब उनका फैसला होगा, जब उनकी इजाज़त होगी, वो हदीस एकदम से खुल जाएगी आपके लिए. It's a seed you plant in your heart. जब वो चाहें, जब उनके लुत्फ की हवा चलेगी, whenever they decide. See? So he says, Rasulullah says, Inna Adama lamma akala min ash-shajara. When Nabi Allah Adam ate from the tree. Something, you know the story. When Nabi Allah Adam was told, La taqrab hadhi shajara, don't come to this tree. He ate from that tree. Baqiya fi batnihi 30 yawma. That luqma, that morsel stayed in his stomach for 30 days. 30 दिन तक वो लुक़मा उनके बतन में रहा. उसका कफ़ारा जो है कि उसका असर यहाँ ना पहुँचे. फ़फ़रद अल्लाहु अला ज़ुर्रियतिही, तो आदम के बच्चों पर अल्लाह ने वाजिब किया. Allah has made it fard on the children of Adam. 30 يوما الجوع والعطش والذي يأكلون بالليل تفضل من الله عز وجل. So Allah has chosen 30 days that people be hungry and thirsty, but what they eat in the night is a fadl from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So because that luqma stayed in the button, in the stomach of Adam for 30 days, that's why Allah has made 30 days. Why 30 days is this? Yani why the quantity? ثم تلا هذه الآية كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين أياما معدودات قال اليهودي صدقت يا محمد, this is the truth. What you have said is the truth, it is honesty. فما جزاء من صامها. What is the reward of the person who then fasts in this month? जो रोज़ा रखता है, the one fasting in this month, how does Allah reward him? What is the outcome of the one fasting in this month? فقال النبي ما من مؤمن يصوم شهر رمضان. There is not a mu'min who fasts in the shahr of Ramadan. रसूल भी तो मुसलमान नहीं कह रहे, रसूल तो यही कह रहे हैं मा मिन मुअमिन. मोमिन नहीं है कि जो भैया मुसलमानों के रसूल, आप कह दें कि मुसलमान कोई ऐसा नहीं जो रोज़ा रखता हो, लेकिन वो बता रहे हैं कि ख़ासतन रोज़ा है, अगर वाकई रोज़ा नाजिल हुआ है तो अली के चाहने वालों के लिए नाजिल हुआ है. मा मिन मुअमिन यसूम शहर रमज़ान इहतिसाबन. There is nobody who fasts with full precaution, taking care, إلا أوجب الله تبارك وتعالى له 7 خصال. Allah has made wajib upon himself. If somebody fasts the 30 days and he's a mu'min, Allah has made wajib upon himself to gift him 7 characteristics. 7 خصال. أولها يذوب الحرام في جسده. If in his body there is haram, not in his mal, not in his wealth, in his body, अगर उसके बदन में हराम है, अगर उसके बदन में हराम है, he ate something haram. And there's many other explanations for this. Allah will melt the haram away. जिस तरह से how do you purify gold? You melt it and then all the impurities go away, and what is left is then pure gold. This is the month of becoming the pure one, like that. The one who fasts for the 30 days, Allah will melt any haram, any impurity that exists within his physical self. His badan, Allah will melt it away. وَالثَّانِيَةُ يَقْرُبُ مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. And secondly, he becomes closer to the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. he becomes closer to the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You recite dua ko main shuru kaise hoti hai? Allahumma inni as'aluka bi rahmatika allati wasi'at kulla shay. Allah, I ask you by the rahmah that has encompassed everything. Everything exists within your rahmah. Ya Allah, what is your rahmah? وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. The Habib of Allah, the Khatm al-Rusul, the father of al-Zahra, Sayyid al-Anbiya'i, وجد الأئمة والأوصياء أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. So the first thing is the najis will melt, the haram will melt. The second, qurba with the rahmah, yani qurba with Rasulullah. Allah will make you close to Rasulullah. Allah will make you close to Rasulullah. And there's many bahath. Rasulullah himself has said, he says there's two prophets. There's two prophets. One is the Nabi al-Zahiri, that is me. One is the Nabi al-Zahiri, the apparent prophet. Jo samne nazar aa raha, the one you can see, the one you talk to. That is me. One is the Nabi Batini, there's a prophet that exists within you, the one that I talk to, the one who responds to me. जो मुझसे बात करता है, जो मुझे जवाब देता है. When you fasting, this Nabi inside you, this Noor Muhammad inside you, when you recite the kalma, आप क्या recite कर रहे हैं? आप कलमा थोड़ी पढ़ रहे हैं सरकार, अंदर जो मोहम्मद का नूर रखा हुआ है, वो कलमा पढ़ता है, जवाब देता है. जब आप रोज़ा रखते हैं, he says यक़ुरबु मिन रहमतिल्लाह, अब वो और जिंदा आपके अंदर और जावेद, more enlightened, more illuminated, the effect of fasting. وَالثَّالِثَ يَقُونُ قَدْ كَفَّرَ خَطِيئَةَ آدَمَ أَبِيهِ. He says the third one is, it goes back to Nabiullah Ibrahim, Nabiullah Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and of the tree he ate, and he goes back and narrates that story. وَالرَّابِعَةُ يُهَوِّنُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ سَكَرَاتَ الْمَوْتِ. Allah will make easy for him, Allah will make easy for him the time of his death. Allah will make easy for him the time of his death. आप समझे कितनी खूबसूरत बात है. 3 things, 3 सिलसिले में. He becomes पाक, अल्लाह के नज़दीक है. Second is he's close to rahmatullah, rahmah of Allah. What is that? Rasulullah. The third thing is his death becomes easy. Why does it become easy? Ya Hari Hamdani, ए हारे से हमदानी, मन यमुत यरानी, जो मरता है मुझे देखता है. Imam Ali says to Harith Hamdani, the one who dies sees me. Yahunu alayhi sakrat al-maut. The time of death becomes easy. How does it become easy? He sees me. I stand with him. I'm with him. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. والخامسة أمان من الجوع والعطش يوم القيامة. And the fifth thing is the one who fasts the month of Ramadan, the outcome, the natural organic outcome of it is the day of Mahshar, the day of Al-Qiyamah, where people are hungry and people are thirsty and people are lined up, when people will be squabbling with each other. If you read the munajat of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, sometimes you wonder what kind of, even your imagination might fail you, but when it comes to you and understand, يَوْمَ يَفُرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَبِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَوَلِيهِ. People will be running away, and this is not for everyone, but you will see people running away from their fathers. Meri imam mujhse koi haq na mang le mujhse. People running away from their brothers and their siblings, escaping. I don't want to be seen by somebody who knows me. In that mahshar, in that time, Rasulullah says the one who fasts, he will not be hungry, he will not be thirsty, he will be satiated. So the one who fasts in the month of Ramadan, the fifth outcome is this. On the day in Qiyamah, on the day in Mahshar, when everyone is hungry, when everyone is thirsty, Allah will ensure that he is not hungry and he is not thirsty, this person. وَالسَّادِسَةُ, and the sixth one, يُعْتِيهِ اللَّهُ بَرَاءَةً مِنَ النَّارِ. Allah will give this person, ये ज़हन रखिएगा, ख़ासतन लिलमुमिन, मोमिन के लिए ख़ास है. सिर्फ किस पे वाजिब था? अंबिया करते थे, अब अली के शिया करते हैं, इसको ज़हन में रखिएगा. Sixth thing is Allahu yu'tihi Allahu bara'atan min Allah. Allah usko, Allah will give him bara'a from the, Allah will give him a pass from the hellfire. इसका मतलब पता क्या होता है? या रसूल अल्लाह लिमा सुम्मिया फातिमा तो फातिमा, फातिमा का नाम फातिमा क्यों रखा है? इसलिए रखा है जो भी फातिमा से मोहब्बत करेगा नारे जहन्नम को अल्लाह उस पर हराम कर देगा. सादिसा का मतलब समझते क्या है? छठी चीज़ अल्लाह उसको देगा, ज़हरा सलामुल्लाह अलैहा की मोहब्बत उसके दिल में डाल देगा. मैं कोई अपनी बात तो नहीं कर रहा, मैं सिर्फ हदीस से हदीस जोड़ के आपको दिखा रहा हूँ कि ये हदीस है और वो हदीस है. हदीस जोड़ के आपको दिखा रहा हूँ कि हदीस पढ़ने का ढंग ये होता है. जिस हदीस में आपको अहले बैत नज़र ना आए, समझ जाएं ये शाम में छपी है. और लानत है ऐसे झूठ बोलने वाले पर, उस किताब पर कि जिसमें अली ना हो, उस किताब पर लानत. सलवात भेज दे मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद. So as-sadisa, the sixth thing for the one who fasts in the blessed month of Ramadan, yu'tihi Allahu bara'at min an-nar. Allah will give him a pass from the hellfire. चले जाएगा वो. والسابعة يطعمه الله عز وجل من طيبات الجنة. And the last thing he says, Allah will give him from the fruit of heavens, the best of the heaven. देखिए एक दफ़ा ये होता है يطعمه الله عز وجل من الجنة. Allah will feed him from Jannah. But then Allah says Allah will feed him the best from the Jannah. आप कोई कह सकते हैं कि जन्नत की कोई चीज़ है अच्छी नहीं है? कुछ कह सकते हैं? Can anybody say that something belongs in Jannah but it's not good? But the riwayah says Allah will feed him from the best of Jannah. You know what the best of Jannah means? You don't sit on any dastarkhan. You sit on the dastarkhan जिसके एक सिर पे हसन बैठे हों, दूसरे सिर पे हुसैन बैठे हों. قال اليهود, and said the Yahudi man, صدقت يا محمد, बेशक Muhammad, you have been honest, you have been said the truth, this is the truth. ये हमने भी सुना है. This is what we've heard. So the fasting in the month of Ramadan, you'll see people fasting. MashaAllah, Birmingham looks like a Muslim country in the month of Ramadan. I was very surprised in my first year in Birmingham at iftar time. मैं कही तो पाकिस्तान लग रहा है. You don't see anybody on the street, and at azan time you see all these people. लेकिन what do I say with the riwayah of Imam Sadiq? It says fasting khasatan lil mu'min. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Fasting is khasatan lil mu'min. It is khasa, it is specifically for the mu'min. In the khutbah of Sha'ban, when Rasulullah on the 25th or the 26th night, he gets on the pulpit, and when Rasulullah is speaking, तो इस इमाम बारगाह से ज़्यादा लोग उस वक्त वहाँ मौजूद हैं. यहाँ पे कम है, वहाँ ज़्यादा थे. This is khutbah to Sha'ban. This is the end of the time of Rasulullah. The Muslim population has increased. Rasulullah is making an important announcement. Fadila of the month of Sha'ban, entry into Ramadan. And then when he says the last thing, he says, Ayyuhan nas inna abwab al-jinani fi hadha ash-shahri mufattaha. For sure, truthfully, verily, the doors of the heavens are open in this month. The doors of heaven are open this month. فَاسْأَلُوا رَبَّكُمْ أَنْ لَا يُغْلَقُهَا عَنْكُمْ وَأَبْوَابُ النِّيرَانِ مُعَلَّقَةً. He says, ask, Rasulullah says, ask Allah, O Allah, do not close these open doors on me. Jannat ke darwaze khule hue hain. Allah, don't close these doors on me. And abwabul nayrani mughallaqa, and the doors of hell are closed. Pray to Allah, Allah does not open these doors of hell upon me. So understood so far?
Bismillah. Bismillah.
Rasulullah is speaking. All of Medina, all the men in Medina, I can imagine, are present at the time Rasulullah is speaking. فَقَامَ مِنْهُمْ عَلِيُّ ibn Abi Talib. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Imagine this. You have Medina to Rasul. Rasulullah is speaking about the month of Ramadan. You have all the ashab. जितने सहाबियों के आपके नाम याद हैं सबको गिन लें आप. जिसको सहाबी मानते हैं, जिसको नहीं मानते उसको भी गिन लें. सब बैठे हुए हैं. Everyone sitting there. उसमें इमाम अली stands up. He says, Ya Rasulullah, ma afdalul a'mali fi hadha ash-shahr. Ya Rasulullah, what is the best deed in this month? Ya Abul Hasan, Rasulullah responds, afdalul a'mali fi hadha ash-shahr al-wara'u an maharim Allah. The best thing a man can do in this month. आप अच्छा सवाब नहीं कर सकते. Rasulullah says, गुनाह नहीं करो, हराम नहीं करो. ये भी बहाना था इमाम अली के खड़े होने के लिए. आगे पता चलेगा आपको. The best thing, the best deed a person can perform in this month is al-wara' anil maharim. If you cannot do all the wajibat, the best thing you can do is to not go towards the muharramat. Don't approach the haram. There is a tradition कि माह मुबारक शाबान में मसाइब नहीं पढ़ते लोग, क्योंकि एक वो महीना है कि जिसमें कोई शहादत नहीं है. एक सिलसिला बना हुआ है. लेकिन मेरी मजबूरी है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे रिवायत में लिखा है थुम्मा बका and then Rasulullah started crying. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi started crying. فَقُلْتُ Ya Rasulullah. So Imam Ali says, वो ज़हन में है आपके, thousands of people sitting there, Imam Ali having a conversation with Rasulullah. You have all of Medina witnessing this conversation. This is not happening in Rasulullah's house. This is happening in Medina to Rasul. All of Medina is witnessing this conversation. He says, Ya Rasulullah, ma yubkik? Oh Rasulullah, what makes you cry? فَقَالَ Ya Ali. Rasulullah says, Oh Ali, abki lima yastahillu minka fi hadha shahr. Ali, what these people will do to you after me in this month is what makes me cry. And the words of the riwayah, he says, lima yastahillu minka. हलाल जान कर तुम्हें तंग करेंगे अली, हलाल समझ के तुम्हें तंग करेंगे कि ये काम करना सही है. कअन्नी बिका Ali, I am standing with you. Wa anta tusalli li rabbik, and you pray to your Lord. وَقَدْ إِنْبَعَثَ أَشْقَى الْأَوَّلِينَ شَقِيقُ آخِرِ نَاقَةِ ثَمُودَ. And then will come forth the worst of Allah's creations. فَضَرَبَكَ ضَرْبَةً عَلَى قَرْنِكَ, and he shall strike you a striking on your forehead. All of Medina witnessing Rasulullah speaking of what is to come in the month of Ramadan. Rasulullah announcing this. فَخَذَبَ مِنْهَا لَحْيَتَكَ. Ali, I am seeing this. मेरी आँखों के सामने Ali हो रहा है. I am witnessing this. That your beard has turned red with the blood from your head. Rasulullah cries and nobody stops him. क्यों? किसी ने पूछा नहीं Rasulullah, why are you crying? Bid'ah. कोई पूछ तो सकता था। अली अभी शहीद नहीं हुए, रसूलुल्लाह रो रहे हैं सरकार। What do you say to this? Imam Ali is in front of him talking to him, and Rasulullah is crying of what is to happen to Ali ibn Talib after. अली की शहादत का मातम रसूलुल्लाह ने अली की ज़िंदगी में मनाया है, मस्जिद नबवी में मनाया है, उम्मत मुस्लिमा के सामने मनाया है। And now this is Imam Ali and the love of Imam Ali. Remember at the night of Hijrah, when nobody, ek wahshat thi, it was a scary night. Rasulullah had to leave the city of Mecca, and he came to Imam Ali. The only question Imam Ali asked, he says, I will lie down on your bed, tell me, will you be okay? Imam Ali ko apni jaan ki fikr nahi, he's not worried about his life, because his only worry and concern is Rasulullah. Will you be safe? And this is similar fashion. قال أمير المؤمنين فقلت يا رسول الله, I said, O Rasulullah, وذلك في سلامة من ديني. When this happens, मैं अपने दीन पे सलामत हूँगा, इसका मतलब पता क्या होगा? आप खुश होंगे मुझसे। अली को रसूल की खुशी प्यारी है और कुछ नहीं प्यारा दुनिया में। The only concern for Ali ibn Abi Talib is Rasulullah. Will I be salamatan ala dini? Or this is an announcement for the people listening, sitting there. जो अली को काफिर कह के मारेंगे, उनके लिए announcement है. People who will question Ali's faith, this is Ali's question. Rasulullah, when somebody strikes me on the head, and the beard of my head is to color my beard, the blood on my head, from my head is to color my beard, will I be on correct iman, correct faith, correct religion? क्योंकि खवारिज क्या कहने वाले हैं? अली खारिज हो गए दीन से। इमाम अली उस वक्त गारंटी ले रहे हैं, asking for this. फ़क़ाल अलैहि सलाम, and Rasulullah gives the certificate. Rasulullah announces, he tells everyone when Ali is struck in prayers, हुआ फ़ी सलामती मिन दीनिही, अली से बढ़कर दीन पे उस वक्त कोई भी नहीं होगा आमिन। ثم قال, Rasulullah is still standing in Masjid al-Nabawi and he says, Ya Ali, man qatalaka faqad qatalani. Ali, जिसने तुझे मारा उसने मुझे मारा. The one who killed you, Ali, is the one who killed me. وَمَنْ أَبْغَضَكَ فَقَدْ أَبْغَضَنِي. Ali, the one who makes you angry is me, making me, Muhammad, angry. وَمَنْ سَبَّكَ, जिसने तुझे गाली दी, the one who curses you, the one who laments you, the one who swears at you, Ali, is not swearing at you, is the one swearing at me. Why, Rasulullah? Did not anyone stand up in Medina and ask, Rasulullah, what kind of talk is this? Who will kill Ali? Who will curse Ali? 70 years from the mimbars, 70 years from the mimbars in Sham, in Syria. Mal'un, the father of Yazid, la'natullah alayhi wa ala ummihi wa ala alihi, he would curse. Who? Imam Ali. Rasulullah says, whoever curses Ali has cursed me. Why? لِأَنَّكَ مِنِّي كَالنَّفْسِ رُوحُكَ مِنْ رُوحِي. You are from me like I am from myself. This ibara, أَنَّكَ مِنِّي كَنَفْسِي, this needs a full ashara just to explain what this means. तुम मुझसे उस तरह से हो जिस तरह से मैं अपने आप से हूँ. इसको आप सोचें, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? अली, तुम मुझसे उस तरह से हो जिस तरह से मैं मोहम्मद अपने आप से हूँ. रूहुका मिन रूही, तीनतुका मिन तीनती, इन्ना अल्लाह तबारक व तआला खलक़नी व इय्याका. Allah has created you, Allah has created me. وَاصْطَفَانِي وَإِيَّاكَ. Allah has selected me, Allah has selected you. وَاخْتَارَنِي لِلنُّبُوَّةِ وَاخْتَارَكَ لِلْإِمَامَةِ. He chose me for nubuwwah, He chose you, Ali, for imama. وَمَنْ أَنْكَرَ إِمَامَتَكَ. Anybody who denies the imama of Ali ibn Abi Talib. These are not my words, this is not khitaba. The hadith is mawjood, musallam. Man ankara imamatak. Who says Ali is not an imam, faqad ankara nubuwati. The one who says Ali is not the imam has said Muhammad is not a prophet. Fatwa aap khud lagaiye. Rasulullah says, whoever says Ali is not the imam, man ankara imamatak, ankara nubuwati, is the one who has challenged my nubuwa. The one who challenges your imama challenges my nubuwa. Ya Aliyu anta wasiyyi wa abu wuldi. Ali, you are my wasi. Every Nabi had a wasi. The sifat of the awsiya are ajib. Like I said, this time is limited. इसके हर फ़िक्रे पे मजलिस हो सकती है. Ali, you are my wasi wa abu wuldi. तुम मेरे औलाद के बाप हो. Ali, तुम मेरी औलाद के बाप हो. Rasulullah says, it says for every prophet, their children come from their own sulb. My children come from Ali. Imam Ali would never say to Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain, मेरे बच्चे. कहते हैं रसूल के बच्चे. इसको आप समझ, don't understand the maqam nafsu ka nafsi, ruhu ka ruhi. وزوج ابنتي وخليفتي على أمتي في حياتي وبعد موتي. Ali, you are the Khalifa in my ummah, fi hayati, in my life, wa ba'da mawti, and after I've left this world. Tum Khalifa, ummat, tum zindagi mein Khalifa ho. And the word Imam, Rasulullah did not use the word Imam. In this instance, he did not use the word Imam. He used the word Khalifa. Anta Khalifati ala ummati fi hayati, in my life, wa ba'da mawti, after my demise. Amruka amri wa nahyuka nahyi. Ali, what you say wajib is what I've said wajib. तुम्हारा किसी को अम्र करना, मेरा उसको अम्र करना है. And what Ali you say is haram is what Muhammad will agree to be haram. तुम्हारा किसी को मना करना, मेरा मना करना है. उक़सिमु, कसम खा रहे हैं रसूलुल्लाह. उक़सिमु बिल्लज़ी बअसनी बिन्नुबुव्वा. I swear by the one that has made me Muhammad the prophet of Rasul of Allah. उस ज़ात की कसम कि जिसने मुझे मोहम्मद को नबी बना के भेजा. वजअलनी खैरल बरिया, and made me the best of all of creation. इन्नका लहुज्जतुल्लाहि अला खल्क़िही. Truly you are a hujjah of Allah, not a hujjah. The hujjah of Allah. Al-hujjah, it's not hujjatan. इसमें लताइफ हैं, there's nazakat, there's small similitude. It's not annaka hujjatan, you are a hujjah. No, you are the hujjah. Ali ibn Abi Talib, you are the hujjah of Allah. Ala khalqihi, on his creation. Wa aminuhu ala sirrihi. You know what aminu sirrihi means? Allah के जो राज है ना, Allah's secrets. Allah's secrets, Ali के सीना जो है, Ali का सीना और अल्लाह के राज, Ali अल्लाह का हम राज है. Ali अल्लाह का हम राज है. Aminu sirrillah. Allah has secrets and Ali's chest is the holder of those secrets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa khalifatuhu fi ibadihi. And you are the Khalifa of Allah in the ibad. You are the Khalifa of Allah in the ibad. Allahu Akbar. And what has this ummah done with this Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The masjid is full of people listening to this. Rasulullah crying. For what? For one day to arrive when a few people, la'anatullah alayhim, gather at the door of Nubuwah and say, send Ali out. If you do not send Ali out, we will burn this door down. And you know who answers the door? None other than Az-Zahra salamullahi alayhi. She says, do you not know whose house this is? Do you not know who lives in this house? Do you not know that my father Rasulullah used to visit this house? After every salat, Rasulullah would stand at the door of Az-Zahra, Assalamu alaikum ya ahli bayt al-nubuwah. व मअदिनुर रिसाला लअनतुल्लाहि अला क़ौमिज़ ज़ालिमीन सयअलमुल लज़ीना ज़लमू अय्य मुनक़लबिन यन्क़लिबून इन्ना लिल्लाहि व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन. As it is Thursday night, please, the mu'mineen who have passed away, anybody who has taught you the Quran, anybody who's taught you salat, anyone जिसने आपको मातम करना सिखाया है, अगर इस दुनिया से चला गया है, if you don't remember his name, sometimes आपको हो सकता है you were young in your own cities where you came from, or somebody was doing matam and somebody was doing noha, you may not know his name, but if you have a picture of him, an image of him in your mind, bring that image to your mind and recite the Fatiha for him. आप मक़रूज़ हैं उसके, जिसने आपको हुसैन पहुंचाया है, उसने आप पर एहसान किया है, आप उसका कर्ज अता नहीं कर सकते. सरकार, आप छोटे थे, आप सफ़ में खड़े होकर मातम कर रहे थे, आपको मातम करना नहीं आता, किसी बड़े ने आपको सलीक़ा सिखाया सफ़े मातम में खड़े होने का, उसने आप पर एहसान किया है, उसको याद करके उसको आप फातिहा पढ़ें. Anyone who's taught you something, do not forget. This is a big night, the nights before Shahr Ramadan, Friday night. When you enter this month, बहुत लाइट होके जाएं, अपना कर्ज नहीं रखें, don't go heavy. किसी ने आपके साथ भलाई की है, if they've left this world for their parents, please recite a Fatiha. And Makhsusan play for Yasin Makhsudi again, and all the people who are unwell, people who are destitute, people who are in problems. May Allah alleviate the problems. بحق صاحب العصر والزمان عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مسبوقة بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.